Hi, friends. We are going to get started with reading for today, and I'm super excited because readers are going to revisit books to learn even more. Before I get started, I want you to get some tools. You're going to need a pencil and the paper. You can use a blank piece of paper, or if you can't find any paper, you can get out your notebook, flip it over to the back side, and take a piece of paper out from the very last page. You'll also need a surface to write on. So go ahead and pause my video and get those tools. I hope that you've got your tools ready because we're going on a little virtual field trip. I'm super excited. So remember, you need a piece of paper from the back of your notebook to write on and a pencil. We're going on a field trip, a virtual field trip to our school playground. Well, gee, Misty, we've been here 1,000 times before, but I've got a job for you today. Today, I want you to get your goggles out and look at the playground with fresh new eyes. Your job is to look and look so hard that you are going to notice something that you've never noticed before about our playground. Let's zoom in so we can get a closer look. So, zoom in and look really close. What's something about our playground that you've never noticed before? Once you've got it, give me a thumbs up. Then pause my video and draw a picture of the thing that you never noticed before. I'll meet you back here in a minute. What did you see? I hope that you noticed something that you've never noticed before. I'm going to show you what I noticed. I was looking at mine and I saw that there's a crack in the sidewalk. And there's also some rust on the back of our basketball net. Do you guys see those things? I bet you never noticed the crack in the sidewalk or the rust on the back of our basketball net. So now you're going to turn to your partner or your stuffy or your dog or your cat, or maybe just whisper it into your hand and say, what did you see? What's something that you never noticed before? Today, I would like to teach you that readers can go back to the same place, the same page, the same book, the same reading adventure, and see something new every time. Readers reread. Readers reread to notice even more in the text. We're going to try this by rereading chapter 3, Where's Walter? Just like we did with our playground, I want you to get hyper focused and I want you to notice something that you've never noticed before. When you've got it, you'll get a thumbs up, pause the video, and then draw a picture of something you never noticed before. Let's get started. Chapter 3, Where's Walter? When the bus pulled up in front of the aquarium, Ira said, Look at all the people. Hey, Walter, said Benny. That boy is wearing a shirt just like yours. He is, said Walter. Whoa, now that I'm rereading this, I'm wondering if maybe this is the same boy that Iris grabs the hand of later on. Did you guys notice that the first time around? Now, children, it's very crowded here, so keep your eyes on me, said Miss Cherry. The children walked down a dark hallway. Everywhere they looked were fish. Ooh, they whispered. Take a look at the picture. Is there anything that you notice now that you didn't notice before? I noticed that the kids are looking up at the fish, but this little girl is holding on to her mom. I wonder if it's because she's scared that the hallway and the tunnel is really dark, or I wonder if it's because she's afraid she's going to get lost. Did you guys notice that detail before? Sometimes authors leave little clues in the pictures or words that can help you to understand what's happening in the story. This is called making an inference. Can you say that? Making an inference. An inference is when you look at a lot of clues and you come up with some, and you use what you already know to come up with an idea. Another word for this is called to infer. When you infer, you use the clues and what you already know to come up with a new idea. On this page, I am going to infer that the little girl who is hugging her mom is scared. That is something that I noticed because of the clue of her hugging her mom. So if you reread to notice even more, you see new little clues. Then you can infer what's happening in the story. Let's try one more. I'm skipping ahead a little bit to chapter 4, The Rescue, which hopefully you read yesterday with me. Remember, Iris is going to help her teacher, Miss Cherry, find Walter. Suddenly, Iris saw him. There he is! There's Walter, she cried. Walter was still standing in front of the coral reef, watching the fish swim around and around. Walter, we've been looking everywhere for you, said Iris. Huh? Said Walter. I was so worried, said Iris. Why? Asked Walter. Because you were lost, said Iris. I was? He asked. See if you guys can notice something that you didn't notice the last time we read this. Something that's a little clue that will help you to make a guess or infer about what's happening in the story. I notice that Walter looks very surprised. His face is showing that he's shocked, like this. So that helps me to infer that Walter didn't even notice that he was standing there and the rest of the class had moved on. So today and every other day, I want you to remember that if you reread to notice more, you can see new little clues and then you can infer what's happening in the story. You have two more jobs to do today. You are going to go to click on Brain Pop and learn even more about making an inference or inferring. And you're going to read for 20 minutes. When you're done, click Mark as done for reading.